Hey Falcons Nation! Let's talk about what's going on as we head into Week 14 against the Minnesota Vikings. Stick with me, because we're covering everything from injury updates to the red zone struggles that have plagued our team. Trust me, you're going to want to watch until the end. So make sure to hit that like button to stay informed. Let's go! First, let's talk injuries. Cornerback Mike Hughes and defensive lineman Rooker Hororo are both listed as questionable for Sunday's game. Hughes has been dealing with a neck injury that has kept him out for a few games, but the good news is that he's been a full participant in practice all week. Still, the team is playing it safe, and his status will be a game-day decision. Stepping into his absence is Clark Phillips III, who has done a solid job. But let's be real, having Hughes back would bolster the secondary against a Minnesota offense that's no pushover. Now, onto Hororo, the rookie defensive lineman. He's been on injured reserve for a month with an ankle injury. This week marked his return to practice, opening that crucial 21-day window to reactivate him. After starting the week with limited participation, he was a full participant in Friday's practice. This is great news for a defense that will need all hands on deck to put pressure on the Vikings offense. Keep an eye on the status of both players as game day approaches. In other injury news, things are looking up for the inside linebacker core. Nate Landman and Troy Anderson, dealing with hamstring and knee issues respectively, were full participants in Friday's practice. This is a big boost for the defense. Meanwhile, wide receiver Darnell Mooney, who was limited on Friday, seems to be trending in the right direction. Head coach Raheem Morris is confident in Mooney's readiness, as he wasn't given a game designation. So, it looks like we'll have our key contributors on the field when it matters most. Now let's switch gears to an area that's been causing a lot of frustration lately, the red zone. The Falcons' offense has been a tale of two halves this season. Through the first 9 weeks, we were converting red zone opportunities into touchdowns 57.1% of the time, ranking 13th in the NFL. Not bad, right? But from weeks 10 to 13, that number plummeted to just 25%. Only 2 touchdowns and 8 red zone trips during that stretch, both courtesy of Bijan Robinson. The rest? Field goals, a missed kick, a blocked kick, and yes, an interception by Kirk Cousins. What's going wrong? Offensive coordinator Zach Robinson says it's not just one thing. Execution, play calling, and situational awareness all need improvement. The coaching staff is hard at work figuring it out, but time is of the essence. Penalties have also been a major culprit. Pre-snap infractions have pushed the offense out of scoring range multiple times. It's the kind of mental lapse that drives fans and coaches crazy. Tight end Kyle Pitts summed it up well. It's about cleaning up mental mistakes and playing smarter football. This week's matchup against the Vikings won't make things any easier. Minnesota's red zone defense ranks 18th in the league, allowing a 56.3% success rate. It's a manageable challenge, but the Falcons will need to bring their A game. A 6-6 record means every game from here on out is pivotal. Will the Falcons' red zone efficiency tip in the right direction, or will we continue to struggle in those critical moments? That's the question everyone is asking. So, Falcons fans, now it's your turn. What do you think the team needs to do to get back on track in the red zone? And how do you feel about the injury situation heading into this crucial game against the Vikings? Drop your thoughts in the comments. There's a buzz swirling around Kirk Cousins as he prepares for what many are calling his revenge game against his former team. The storyline is fascinating, and it's been fueled by a bold prediction from NFL.com's Mark Ross. Ross predicts that Cousins may not even finish this game. Yes, you heard that right. According to him, the Falcons could bench Cousins at halftime, ushering in the Michael Penix Jr. era. Ross believes Minnesota's blitz-heavy defense, led by Brian Flores, will rattle Cousins, picking him off 3 times and intercepting him twice before the first half is over. It's a bold call, but not entirely out of the realm of possibility when you consider Cousins' recent struggles. Over his last 3 games, he's thrown 6 interceptions without a single touchdown. Those numbers, coupled with a 59.1 passer rating, have raised eyebrows among fans and analysts alike. Head coach Raheem Morris, however, has stood by Cousins, emphasizing his confidence in the veteran quarterback. Cousins has had moments this season where he's looked like one of the NFC's top passers, throwing 17 touchdowns and maintaining a 67.4% completion rate. But the drought since November 3rd has coincided with a winless stretch for the Falcons, and the pressure is mounting. The question on everyone's mind is whether Morris will stick with Cousins if the turnovers continue, or if he'll turn to rookie Michael Penix Jr., who's waiting in the wings for his first meaningful NFL snaps. Penix, the 8th overall pick, has only seen action in garbage time so far, completing 3 of 5 passes for 38 yards. While the sample size is small, the rookie's potential is undeniable, and many fans are curious to see what he could bring to the table if given the opportunity. Still, making the switch mid-game against a formidable Vikings defense would be a gamble. Speaking of the Vikings, this game carries extra weight for Cousins. Returning to U.S. Bank Stadium, where he played 6 seasons and won 50 games, is bound to stir up emotions. Cousins acknowledged the surreal feeling of walking into the visitors' locker room for the first time, but remains focused on the task at hand. Despite his struggles, he's expressed gratitude for his time in Minnesota, calling it a period of growth and success in his career. On the other side, Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell knows Cousins well, having coached him in both Washington and Minnesota. O'Connell praised Cousins' accuracy, decision-making, and ability to dissect defenses, emphasizing that the Falcons' quarterback is still capable of putting together game-changing performances. But O'Connell also understands how to exploit Cousins' tendencies, and the Vikings' defense will undoubtedly be ready to capitalize on any mistakes. For Falcons fans, this game represents more than just another matchup. It's a pivotal moment in a season filled with ups and downs. At 6-6, every game matters, and this clash against the 10-2 Vikings could set the tone for the rest of the year. The stakes are high, and all eyes will be on Cousins to see if he can silence the critics and lead the team to victory, or if Penix will get his shot to shine. So, what do you think, Falcons Nation? Should the team stick with Cousins and trust him to bounce back, or is it time to give Penix a chance to show what he's got? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more exclusive Falcons content. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, rise up. Let's see what happens on Sunday. Go Falcons!